looking at it from a small television screen there, but how high is that water right there? Okay, okay, I see what we're looking at here. All right, now that we've gone full here, all the rain coming down. You can see Sonic off in the distance. All right, so yeah, the Brickdown Ballpark, more rain coming down, and it looks like, you know what, these areas that tend to flood are likely going to flood again overnight. So we continue to watch this rain moving into the Oklahoma City Metro, probably not going to let up until well after midnight. Paul, Jess, back to you.
Okay, Damon, and yeah, because of all of that rain and the flooding, OHP has just been telling people just to get off the roadways tonight. It's best to stay at home. There's some areas right now where they say flooding is a problem, so I just want to kind of run down those. I-240 and the I-35 junction, I-44 and the I-40 junction, as well as I-40 and Air Depot. They're saying it's impassable right now with high water. Another issue, as we take a look here you can see all of the congestion there on the interstates. They're saying there's power lines down at I-40 east and westbound near mile marker 129, and that troopers are working several collisions and also just weather-related incidents there with injuries as well. They're saying multiple injuries, no numbers that they can give us at this time, but they're really just discouraging people in Oklahoma City, greater metro area to not travel, to just stay at home. And you can see one of the big problems there on the roadways, just all of that congestion.
And most likely these are people that were caught in the storm, have been trying to get home all of this time. And we want to go out to Dan Ryan right now. And Dan, I know you've been in an area there, Broadway and 23rd is where you were. Where are you now?
I'm on South Meridian, just north of Airport Road. The police have the street blocked off here, and I'm going to zoom in. There's a lot of debris covering the road. This is Meridian Avenue. It's completely blocked by debris. I remember earlier Damon saying there was a tornado passing just north of Will Rogers Airport. That's where I am, and this is some of the damage it caused. There are power poles snapped over here, and I haven't been able to determine what that debris is, but it's something big, and it's covering the whole road.
Okay, Danielle, we were asking that same question as you said that. So that is there on South Meridian, 3800 South Meridian, and it looks like it's metal that's all mangled up in that big pile of debris.
Yeah, it's really raining hard out here, and I literally just pulled up on this and called in to tell you guys about it, to get some pictures on TV and let people know Meridian is impassable here. I'm going to try to go up there and figure out what it is, and maybe talk to the police here in a minute, and I'll get back with you and let you know when I find out.
Okay, Dan, and you can see that rain in his shot was picking up. We can hear the rain picking up here at the television station. And Damon showed us that radar. It is all red, and there's still going to be a lot of rain coming in. So folks are still going to have a hard time just getting home, getting through all of this. And so much of the city is in the dark. We're talking about more than 50,000 people right now just in Oklahoma City alone. We talked to Morgan Chesky. He was down in the El Reno area, and he says there are power lines all over the roadways, especially once you get off the interstate and get onto some of the side streets. It's just a mess.
And one thing that Morgan had mentioned as he was driving out to El Reno, there in between Yukon and El Reno along I-40, he passed semis. He said about half a dozen semis that were blown off of the interstate into a field. It just goes to show how powerful that tornado was as it came through there. And he was making his way into the El Reno area, trying to get a better idea about the damage out there in Canadian County. He said it's just hard to see because it's so dark. We had talked to the emergency manager out there for Canadian County. It's been a bit, at least an hour ago, we spoke with him. He said it was very hectic at the time. That was a quote, it's just hectic. He said several homes were hit west of El Reno by the airport there. And you'll remember when the tornado was making its way across, that's one area Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane was specifically talking about the El Reno airport. He also said there were some homes and barns damaged east of El Reno, but he did say it's a sparsely populated area just on the outskirts there of town. But of course, one of their issues, power lines, just tree limbs and things like that across roadways.
That's
too.
Dan Ryan right there running out in the path of this rain right now. He's trying to get some information about what's going on. You can see the roadway is blocked. There's something that has fallen or been thrown right onto the street right there, and it's a huge looking piece of metal just in front of that bus right there. It's very difficult to figure out exactly what it is, and you see the water coming down on roadways and lawns and grassy areas that have already been inundated with a ton of